Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I'm Head of Careers at Boys Model School. This short video you're going to watch will give you some information on labour market trends and the current labour market, and also the forecasted jobs that will be available in the future when your son moves on from Boys Model. There'll also be the opportunity to hear the skills and qualities that employers are looking for and how we're going to develop those in your son. If you have any questions or queries and anything that comes up in this particular video, you can put a request into the Form Teacher chat pane, or you can get in touch with any of the careers teachers via email. Thank you.
So we're going to talk about how careers information is relevant to making subject choices for GCSE. We're going to look at trends in the labour market. We're going to look at skill areas that are in demand at the moment and will be in the future, and adapting to the challenges of lockdown. Also, we're going to have a look at how young people should make decisions that are appropriate for them, playing to their strengths. This slide looks at where Boys Model pupils progressed to last year. You can see there the majority of our young people move on to job skills training and apprentice, closely followed by those boys going off to university and further education. So there's a broad range of opportunities for young people as they leave, even during these challenging circumstances. So what do employers look for? Now, the Department for Economy did a study of what employers across a number of different sectors are looking for. They're obviously looking for good exam results, but they need young people to have the skills relevant to the job, but also an evidence of job research. So focusing back on skills again, one of the big discussion points that will come up in all the video clips and also in the booklet, the subjects booklet, will be the skills that are relevant for each particular subject. So knowing the skills that you're good at and knowing the skills that you need to develop is very important. You see this in the media all the time. There are no jobs out there. This is not true. The Northern Ireland labour market is changing. There are some areas in decline, but there are plenty of jobs out there. We just need to look at where the different sectors are. So looking at where in the future the majority of jobs will be. You can see there healthcare and social assistance, retail and accommodation and food services are going to be in growth phases. So there have been some growth, some significant growth in large employment sectors. There are other areas that are also extremely important to the Northern Ireland economy. They include ICT, creative digital media, agri-foods, and sort of down into the renewable energies and recycling. As we know, we just have to look up onto the hillsides and we see the wind turbines. Health and life sciences is a big one, just like the previous slide, not just on the back of our current health situation, but also moving forward with an aging population, so we're going to need a whole infrastructure to look after them. The career service also work in partnership with the school, making sure that we have the information to provide the young people, but also giving young people access themselves to this. And you and your son can go and have a look at the NI Direct website, and there's a number of links there and opportunities to find out more. Apprenticeships have become much more popular over the last 5 years, and the NI Direct website has a whole section dedicated to it, so it's worth looking at, where young people can leave school, go straight into training and continue their education while being employed, which means that they don't incur a lot of debt, but they also have employment at the end of their training. So even through COVID-19 restrictions, there are still apprenticeship opportunities in accounting, engineering, healthcare, media and so on. So these apprenticeships are still growing even through these challenging times, and a number of organisations as listed there are offering them. The coronavirus has also created some positive dividends. There are going to be off the back of this a number of industries that are going to go through huge growth phases, the hospitality, retail, entertainment industries. Young people have developed a range of flexibilities working at home, and employers believe that homeschooling will help young people develop those skills that they will need in the new workplace. We've learned how to collaborate better, not only with teachers and schools, but with each other, and obviously the use of technology. So, although the coronavirus has been a very challenging time to live through, but there have also been dividends to the job market. I mentioned earlier about skills. It is very important when you're looking at the different career options that you look at the skills and qualities that are developed through the different subjects and see if they're the ones that match your particular career plan and what you're looking to do. If there are particular subjects that don't have the skills you need to develop, you need to maybe have a look at the other options that are available. So, being employable is what it's all about. I've mentioned earlier about employers wanting you to have qualifications. Yes, you need to have 5 grade A stars to C, including English and maths. You need excellent attendance. Now, at the moment, that's quite challenging, obviously. But when we get back into school, you've got to make sure your attendance is way up above 95% for employers to take you seriously. You also need to demonstrate that you've taken advantage of opportunities. So staying involved in those clubs and societies that have stopped during lockdown, but once the communities open up again, you need to get back into those organizations because that's what employers look to see what you will do whenever you're in your own spare time. So next steps, you're going to explore the employment options either through the booklet and the prospectuses and also the little videos coming through from different subject teachers. You're going to look at the opportunities posted on Teams, on Twitter, and the school website. You're going to talk to your form teacher in the interviews that are the phone interviews that are happening in the coming weeks. And you're going to, if you have any queries or questions, you post that on the form class team. Parents, discuss options with your son. Understand what the options are there and have a look at the prospectus. And as I said to you earlier, boys, get involved in those activities outside school whenever our communities start back again, because they're the things that the employers really look for. It's a good time to be in education. There's still many opportunities and there will be even more when you finish your education at the boys model. Thank you for listening.